Alright, and we again found more or less time and all the other resources that are usually considered useful for streaming, so we are doing for some time at least Destiny 2, which more or less some consider to have been ruined by removing the early content. Most probably true that it might have been good, do not know. Never actually played the game until got it downloaded all the way yesterday. All 144 gigabytes of it, which is like even in modern terms quite a bit, especially with the internet, which is not very commendable on this part of the wood. So yep, and tested it as far as playing a few first missions and do not have any issue with it. It plays enough, it has plenty of action, plenty of shooting, and the expansions cost like €99 a piece, so have not bought any because the price quality ratio is kind of questionable. But the game itself is free and it's sufficiently action packed, so why not? It was like Warframe or this, and both were huge downloads, so decided to try this first for stream. Like, yeah, it works. Do not have any complaints other than apparently like every one who comments on it was like that the original starting campaign was great and it doesn't exist anymore. Oh well. So we are playing Destiny 2 and we have not invested anything. It was free. It just took a long time to download the game. Have not bought any of the €99 a piece expansions. Like the price of the expansions is kind of like, unless that expansion does a lot, because it's almost like 1.5 AAA games. Why? It's like expansions cost like 1.5 high-end, big studio, big whatever time games. Like really, €99 expansions. It's an expansion. The game is free, yeah. But if the expansion was like €60, it would still be shame. Now it's kind of not same. But yes, it has action, it has guns, and it has some level of style to it. So happy to play it, but would not invest in €99. Expansions at least immediately, like that's quite expensive in free to play game terms, even for like Blizzard, what it is like if you buy the super premium whatever, then maybe, but like the normal World of Warcraft expansions are not that much. So the price is amazing, would say. If you can charge €99 an expansion and sell it, good luck. Indeed, greetings to all who joined, and for sure we are having fun with Destiny 2 without, at least for now, having bought any of the €99 very formidably priced expansions. It seems there is enough to do in the game, so let's get started. We are of course starting a new character, so that we start from the beginning to test it a bit. So let's start another one and start from the very beginning as the game begins now. So, and hopefully everyone has had a good week this far. It has been have been like semi on vacation, because also have succeeded at all the time getting some kind of work matter brought up, but not fortunately too heavily. So good to see you all here, and let's see how this goes. At least it moderately well without Fursuit when tested it. Fair enough. Hello there, Briareus. Good to see you here. So, let's then switch over to the game and see how that goes for us. there we are. And we indeed have the new widescreen supporting image as it might be remembered upgraded the display some time ago, and that of course required some. And now capturing the game even works, which is also as noted in the start post. Yeah, getting the game to actually capture was kind of fortunate that they have added note directly to OBS that you can't capture Destiny 2 unless, and then list of things you have to do. So clearly it has been an issue also to someone else before. So that's kind of nice of them to put in a notice that you can't capture this until you do this. Great, so there was our test character, so let's start a new one. Did actually rather like the Hunter as far as the gameplay went, so going to still start with one. And we certainly like only the Exo, because it looks by far the most stylish, and we of course prefer Body Type 2, as it's very modern to say. It's like you get Body Type 1 or Body Type 2. Very good. At least for the Exo it's probably kind of fitting. Then we can tune a bit, so we have different. To rather prefer this, and then we get interesting colors. The purple actually looks pretty good. There's also to think that like choose the purple and then choose also purple lights, or cyan lights might also look good, a bit asymmetric. Head features have greatly preferred these because these look a bit like the skull dog. Yeah, we can also do purple or brighter purple. I think the brighter purple looks even better. There was also, do think, the carbon fiber. Yeah, that's the carbon fiber. Do think prefer the purple this time. Did for the test one the carbon fiber quite well. So, and that was all the customization, because apparently all the other features come from the gear. So there we go. And we are still apparently capturing a legible image, so that's also a good start. We are not watching the cutscenes. One can watch them on the free time if necessary. We are here to shoot at things. There are even 3 cutscenes, which was kind of surprising, like they have put an effort clearly into production of cutscenes. Alright.
This place is an old cosmodrome.
It runs pretty well also. So in that sense also clearly investing in the new GPU paid off. There are a few minivans left over, so no minivans for you. And there we go. There apparently would be even more minivans left over, like also some passenger cars, but there's quite a few rusted out minivans, so clearly the minivan has been popular. Apparently one can't enter this way, the kind of A, it's full of water, and B, it's otherwise well collapsed. So how has everyone's week been this far?
I need to get you back to the
At
city.
first tried the HDR mode, but it was more like that it maximizes the brightness compared to the brightest object, so actually the usefulness of the HDR rendering mode was kind of limited because practically maximized brightness compared to the brightest object. So it was practically.
It's a risk, but I'll get us more light. Hard military system, check. Frayed wires and rust, check. When I flip this switch, expect trouble. Not good. Not good. They're definitely not happy to see us. There's a rifle. Grab it.
Clearly someone no longer needs their weapon. Unfortunately our sight is also a little bit broken.
That means you're not afraid to take risks. So, keep moving and be ready for a fight.
So it indeed does have sufficient amount of action.
Stay focused. If your tracker blinks, there's trouble nearby.
There we go, so
The fallen are scavengers. Alien pirates picking at humanity's remains.
let's also check our display settings quickly that we actually. Yeah, we do not have the HDR mode, just made sure so that we have only as much brightness as necessary because the. Alright. There we go.
Speaking of pirates, there's a loot cache. Let's take what's inside.
Alright, that contained also another weapon, so we can equip that through F1. Yeah, it's quite nice to also have a shotgun. To remember that the shotgun was nice, other than it was kind of slow to reload. Alright, and this is exactly the core part with the shotgun. You actually have to put some shells into it. Unfortunately, the ammunition is basically infinite. The main problem is that you have to first put it into the gun. So it's kind of, yeah, works. Apparently that door does nothing.
More fallen. Hit him with everything you've got.
Might be better to use the rifle again. Ah yeah, that was the thing you have to toss with the grenade do things, so it actually requires using the grenade for that. So yeah, that went well. Alright, then we have to wait about 10 hours that the grenade recharges, so it's kind of like, yeah, keep dodging that. I'm using it, they just immediately jumped as when we threw the grenade. At least last time when did this bit, it was like throw that with the grenade and you hopefully succeed. Alright, we almost have another grenade to throw. Don't think we yet have the rocket launcher. That was later an interesting item to cause havoc with. Alright. Yes, that worked.
Your light is strong, Guardian.
So that you throw. So then we again try to find the correct place. Yep.
Keep pushing forward. I'll locate a ship we can use to fly home. Heads up. A fallen raiding party. More trouble than I thought.
Alright, might be good to use the shotgun here at times.
Keep fighting. I'm scanning for nearby ships.
Alright. Ouch, that was sufficient amount of fire.
You're doing great. Focus on the fall. No ship, but I'm detecting a friendly signal nearby. They may be able to help.
I repeat, this is Shah Han. My Vanguard operation is compromised. I'm separated from my strike team.
Vanguard. They're from the last city.
Shaw, where are you? We can help.
Cass, Maeve, if you're hearing this, rendezvous at the following coordinates.
Something's interfering.
Whatever it likes to say, no special ammo. Alright, that works. Unsure what mode seem to accidentally select in suit like that it tells no special ammo. No, I'm not interested in special ammo, I'm interested in shooting the normal one. Shotguns use special ammo. Alright, so it's limited. Very well. Thank you for your useful comment, because I was wondering why it doesn't work, because this has infinite ammunition. The rifle clearly has infinite ammunition. Alright, yeah, it has only limited, so the rifle has the Lemnis gate, so that's like infinite ammo. Yep. That's clear now that noticed actually the counter. Surprisingly practiced earlier and never noticed that, because apparently didn't use the shotgun enough and or had enough ammunition, so never noticed that it doesn't have the Lemnis gate. Alright, and then we have a cutscene. We are not watching cutscenes, we are here for action.
There's a weapon in that locker. Probably
Alright, do you think it was a bit better, this gun, than the previous gun that has the broken sides? Especially the broken side is this one's favorite. Like, how about your weapon has a broken side even? Yeah, this was more like very short weapon. Alright, that's clear enough.
I'll scan for signals from my jump ship. I need you
And
to
it's
be my
quite
eyes on the
easy to
ground.
notice in the HUD, because it has the Lemnis gate, so it has infinite ammunition.
Something's causing interference. My scanner's shot. I might be doing this the old-fashioned way.
Analyzing. I've got a source for the interference. Let's check it out.
Yeah, the rocket launcher. First time when had the rocket launcher, shot it inside a container and promptly died when practiced. So it's kind of, yes, I'm aware of the rocket launcher.
Get me closer to that antenna. Stolen city tech has been spliced in here. That's scrambling your scans.
Fallen can't resist tinkering with old scrap.
They're certainly skilled at it. This will take a minute to fix.
And then we get the usual, you have to shoot at things.
team's signals are missing, and last known locations are nowhere near each other. Wouldn't split up unless things got real bad. I'll track Cass. You find Maeve. Sending coordinates now.
And do remember when started the game the first time, did receive like an achievement that you reached level 20, which apparently would be the missing start of the game, do you think, because it was like immediately got an achievement, you reached level 20, and do you think that was then what is now missing? Missing would assume. Alright, fair enough.
Myths say the fallen once lived in the Traveler's Grace, but something happened. The Traveler left them, and that brought ruin to their civilization. They've come all this way chasing what they lost, hoping to get it back, or take it from us.
Alright, and there
like
we...
the Fallen want to keep us out.
Or keep something in. There's worse than dregs in old Russia.
Let's check out the control unit.
Inspect
This is
that
locked down
and
with
let's
adaptive
see.
encryption. We'll need
So
access
then
keys
we need to
bypass
find
it.
the access
The
keys.
Fallen salvagers might have some.
Alright, how are we doing time wise? Alright, so we do have about an hour to go, so we should actually get quite far, at least as far as played before. Unsure how long the campaign is nowadays, if they like removed content, but whatever. Didn't either buy the very moderately priced €99 expansion, so like, hey, how about one and a half AAA games pricing?
That's one key.
There we go. We already cleaned that up a bit, but it wasn't active because we didn't yet know we need the access codes from there. Alright, and now we have heavy ammunition. Not going to touch the rocket launcher until a specific point in the game, because there's at least one use later on inside for the rocket launcher that found quite indispensable. So we have to have the rocket ammunition certainly left for that specific point. You could also use the vehicle, but found it kind of alright at most. Alright, that's a lot of fire. Alright, this isn't the best direction to run unless you get actually behind the hill as intended. Like, yeah. Alright, that went better according to plan. Let's see, maybe we now even have some ammunition for the shotgun, yeah. Now we actually have some shotgun, so now this could be place for the rocket launcher even. Yep.
That's all the keys we need.
Alright,
Should
now
be
we
able to
have
break the encryption now.
now we have sufficient encryption keys available.
Shaw, you were right about this barrier. The Fallen were keeping the Hive at bay.
Maeve is in more trouble than I thought. You need to hurry.
And then we of course find more problems. Which tends to be usually the case, like.
This is a powerful surge of arc energy. Whatever's causing it, even transmats won't get through right now.
Hive contact.
Yeah, that might be a good place for the shotgun.
Darkness is suffocating my light.
Yeah, this was the place where I wanted to use the rocket launcher, because there is the thing that shoots a lot of plasma in the ceiling here, do you think? At least at some point there was one, but alright. That didn't quite work out, so let's try to actually hit them. Would be a good idea. Maybe with even that, as we do have rockets, so. And did we shoot somewhere totally different? Yeah, there's even more. be a good idea to reload, thank you. Alright. Alright, much better. Good.
Mave's signal is just ahead.
Alright.
No.
Ah yeah, that was the thing.
There may still be light left in her ghost.
Immune. But do think that was like story thing, so
Shaw, I'm sorry. We were too late.
I was too. Cass, I couldn't get to him in time.
There was a hive wizard, a powerful one. We tried.
This isn't on you. You did what you could.
We have the remains of her ghost.
She'd appreciate that. You should just head to camp before that wizard comes back.
alright. So that finishes the first mission. So let's stand on the box and wait for the countdown to finish. There we go. Do think we then had to go. Hold alright. Alright, that was the landing zone. The map is not the clearest thing ever. Also the other day when tested the game, struggled with the map at one point for like 5 minutes. What does do what? Because there's a specific shape of a symbol you actually have to press, and the other symbol, despite looking quite promising, actually does nothing. Alright, let's check. Alright, and apparently...
XO, functioning all right?
Alright, and apparently we also continue soon. Let's
Keep
show
your
the
mag loaded.
skunk for fun also on the main screen for a bit. So skunky greetings and posture check, and then we continue. Alright, we are about soon 1 hour, so let's do the usual 1.5 hours for now. So
Even the light has limits. Sometimes you don't come back. That hive you saw was a powerful wizard named Navota. Didn't expect to run into something that strong. I wasn't prepared. Now it's too late. Maeve and Cass knew the risks. Best way to honor them is to finish the job.
alright, and then
There's a Golden Age relic, a superconductor, in a sealed chamber nearby. Vanguard says we can make a weapon out of it.
we do what?
Problem is, the
Right.
superconductor is overflowing with arc energy. Can't even get near the place, much less break the lock. We need to find a solution, and something tells me our fallen neighbors know a thing or two about the infrastructure here. These were my fire team's assignments. They're yours now. Go shake the tree. We'll see
The
what
skull
falls out.
pauldron is pretty stylish also, like. Yeah, to remember also that this gun wasn't like the sniper rifle, was not the most useful thing ever, but and then do think we just defeat Fallen around here to gather the data scraps, so. Alright, no who give it jumping. Alright, and then find more things to shoot at. better. That we actually have something to shoot at for more data scraps. Alright, that was not an opponent. Alright, that's pretty resilient. Yep. Don't you say? Alright. Yeah, the invisible ones are really funny. Oh, it's not really invisible, it's like stealth because it's not totally invisible. That is like ridiculously tough. Let's see about if we could do something with the rocket launcher. Alright. Alright, that was already dispatched of good. There was also another player, so that went a bit better. It would be also nice to track the right quest, so need to check the... Those are also probably somehow useful, just not sure how. It would be also good to track the quest proper, so we see how many data scraps we still need. Alright. It's already tracked then. The clarity of the displays is kind of... It could be better. Alright, so it's tracked. So do we now get... Apparently we still do not get display how many we still need, but oh well. There we go. Now go back to speak with Shaw. All right. Alright, there we are.
What's your status?
And
According to
talk
that
with them
schematic,
again.
The power grid here is linked to a dormant comms array. That array should be pulling plenty of juice from the grid, but it's offline. If we spin it up, it might stop the overload and get us to the superconductor. Trick is, we need to be at two places at once to reboot. The array itself and the power station. To top it off, Navota is still out there, so you need to watch yourself. I'm not losing any more Guardians today.
Alright, and now we get to actually... Yeah, this gun was nice, because it actually counts how many kills you get with this gun. So this gun was easily as far as got when tested the game that it actually works. This gun was this one's favorite, because it's actually A, it's much better than the previous one, B, it looks better, and C, the scope A is not broken, and B looks somewhat nice. So it was kind of like easily best gun this far. This also is much better weapon than the previous one that was kind of found it somewhat questionable. Did considerably prefer this. And really like that this gun actually counts. If you check here, it checks how many you have defeated with this gun. So found it rather nice. and will be from tomorrow until Sunday away for midsummer, so will might stream Sunday evening, and or at least on Monday will still be off of work on Monday most probably, if things go tomorrow morning well, because it's like, yeah, 8:30 a.m. get called from work, so that was great start vacation, my fluffy tail.
All Guardians in the field, be advised, a war set has just dropped out of orbit. Touchdown expected within the next minute.
Alright, so let's get up here again. Alright, so the next objective was still apparently down here. Alright. There's also some with the vehicle. Yeah, here it was, so start quest mission.
To get that array operational to balance the power grid. I can
Alright.
the station out here, but not while the systems are in lockdown.
How can we help?
Find the central terminal. You can patch me in from there.
Quite a bit of shooting. Alright, and there we also have And a few more. Let's move behind the next truck at least. Alright, does this contain something?
This is a Golden Age facility, lost during the collapse hundreds of years ago. It's amazing parts of it are still functioning. If Shaw's right, activating the array should stop this arc energy from overloading.
Oh yeah, it was the same map, but later that was thinking of when was like that you need the rocket launcher here.
The Fallen are territorial, more concerned with survival than war. But the Hive live for conflict. In their minds, all things have to earn the right to exist through victory in combat.
Yep. This was the place. Where was like that you need the rocket launcher because there's now in the ceiling there's the thing with plenty of plasma or whatever ammunition. The Shrieker. How about we open a door?
Fluctuations caused a lockdown.
Yeah, all right. I'm on it. Sit tight. I'll be out soon.
Maybe we might get the door open one day. Wouldn't that be nice? Fortunately they shoot about as well as stormtroopers.
Got it. Door's been power cycled. Getting a little spicy on my end.
Do you need backup?
I can take the heat, but I'm pinned down. Make a splash. Cause some mischief. Get the brood to clear out of here.
What kind of mischief?
How about the loud kind?
The Hive are drawing power from that ritual.
There probably is some function at some point to the spin metal leaves that you collect, but do not know it yet, so it's like just collect them, they look good. Yeah, that was fun. The ghost like explodes. Alright, that would be the direction to go. Alright, purging the shadow rift, that probably causes some trouble. Right, then we need to shatter the crystals, so let's gunfire at them.
Alright now. Whatever you're doing is turning heads. Keep it up.
Hive contacts increasing. That was
Right.
not a response.
That's not good. Let's not fall off the cliff though. Alright, and let's try and cause more trouble. Yeah, that would be the Revenant Knight. Let's try a bit of
Get out of there
shotgun.
before you're overrun.
Alright. Preferably no rocket launcher. Not indoors. There we go.
Shaw, whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, well, I'm still stuck in the subsystems. They aren't pulling enough juice. Get to the control room and reboot the main dish. It's the only way we'll draw enough power.
Alright, and let's check how we are doing time-wise. Alright, we are coming up to 1.5 hours. Do you think it's also like
There's the control panel.
ah yeah, this is the funny bit that actually we get the checkpoint here in any case, so it's not the worst thing ever, but this will be tough because they keep sending more and more things into the room, so let's see if we finish these and otherwise continue from here the next time.
Master array launch queued.
All right then. Rerouting power your way.
This is kind of like, yeah, how about we get everything in to put you in trouble. Shotgun is also useful here, and later on the rocket launcher.
The array. It's operational.
Yeah, now we start to get plenty of interest.
Shaw? What did... Detecting a large hive swarm incoming. The array's signal is too powerful. It's drowning our comms. We're on our own. Hive tomb ships.
Now we start getting plenty of interest. Apparently not very easy to hit even with the rocket. Alright, there we go. This was very hard last time. This is the point where actually on the witch blade, and it keeps getting worse and worse. Yep, that was exactly where the point which ended up at. So it's the kind of like, then you revive from beginning of that section. That this was the point up to which blade, and it's quite hard after to actually finish this section. At least as far as tried a couple of times. It's
Accessing systems.
Okay, you'll need to negotiate between crypto systems and verify the security lattice.
Done. Breach layer restored. Master array launch queued.
Alright then. Rerouting power your way.
now let's check again. Yeah, the antenna deploys, and then we are in trouble. This is quite tough part as far as blades, that there actually is a lot of things coming.
Huh? Detecting a large hive swarm incoming. The array signal is too powerful. It's drowning our comms. We're on our own. Hive tomb ships.
Apparently the first 2 times the wizard is like impervious, and then can actually be damaged. Or there is some trick with like getting rid of the shields to think, yep. That would be it. Alright, and even more things incoming. Bugs. We could heal in the meantime, yes, so that went better. Yeah, now it's the big thing, so that will be a thing. Alright. Finally made it through this.
Do you read? You still with me?
You're alive.
I should have put you in that position. When you dropped off comms, I thought...
We're all right, Shaw. The Hive are retreating. Did it work?
Checking. Looks like it. Levels are dropping across the grid. Just need to unlock the chamber now and we can finish this.
This time actually even succeeded at shooting the very big thing with the rocket in the face, so that was much better. Alright, we finished the mission. Most excellent, and it's pretty much time to finish the stream also, so that was very good finish in that respect. Yeah, that had plenty of action, and we died only once, which somewhat surprised about, because that went actually better than expected for not usually quite the best shooter. That was plenty of action. So chat, how did you enjoy? Is it enough action shooting despite moderately troubled history that we should play this more, because decided to like play this until go on work travel. Actually intended to originally play this longer, but will be away for 2 weeks after 1st of July, so that's not an improvement. So let's exit the game, switch to main screen, and opinions welcome. It seems that it was clearly positive feedback this far, so of course would be happy to play also more of that, and nice posture check. We had very good viewership also, so thank you all for that, and let's see who we will raid. I think we have some good raid targets, because it's quite much daytime, so or evening, so there should be good amount of streamers online. Let's see who is doing what. And of course, good that you enjoyed. We will be playing most probably also on Sunday/Monday when still off work most probably, and hopefully we will be playing that and then see about what game to do next. Let's see, like, do we have any smaller things? Not really, like everyone that follow has something like 20 plus viewers, so works. Alright, Blue Box is playing crowd control Elden Ring. Sounds interesting enough, like what kind of crowd controls they might offer. Yeah, it's the one that requires speech. Alright, and Naoma is playing Ultra Mega Cats. What the, like, sounds very convincing. It looks like a action game with cats. It has Rat King, yeah, it's shooter with cats. Sure, why not? Let's try it now. It's been a while since we have actually raided the Good Wolf. They apparently also like went and had some surgery, so remember to wish them well. So thank you all, and we'll see most probably on Sunday. So we'll have good midsummer, all of you, and be well. Thank you for joining for action shooting with our good skunk. Oh, and let's also show the pendant a bit closer. So it's actually a paw print. It's very nice one. It's from Foxfire Fantasy. Actually sponsored also 2 other styles of paw print pendants. Do you think skunk and maybe a feline? But yes, be well. There we go.